Welcome to the kitchen. Today we are making garlic cheese rolls and we're making them in the crock pot. They are melt in your mouth good and they are the first things to disappear every time I make them. They're easy, delicious, picky eater proof, and the entire family is going to love them. Hi, I'm Leanne from your Homebased and today we are making a roll that I discovered years ago and it's been a family favorite ever since. I originally made them in the oven and I'll include a link to the oven version in the description down below, but then I learned how to make them in the crock pot. In fact, this crock pot recipe is included in my slow cooker cookbook, the Holiday Slow Cooker, and I'll put a link to it down below too. Let's get started. What makes these rolls so easy? We're going to start with frozen roll dough. Now I use the Rhodes variety because that's what my grocery store carries, but use whatever your grocery store has. If you can't find frozen roll dough, you can make roll dough from scratch, form them into balls, and then freeze them, but the dough does need to be frozen for this recipe. Now you only need 2 hours to make these delicious rolls, and I promise you, no one is going to know you started with a frozen roll. We're going to use our 4-quart slow cooker to make these rolls, and we can make 10 rolls in the 4-quart. If you don't have a 4-quart, use your 6-quart and just make yourself a few more rolls. We're going to line the slow cooker with parchment paper. Not only does that make cleanup easier, but it makes it easier to actually remove the rolls for serving. Right, now the rest of the ingredients for these rolls may seem a little strange and the process may seem a little strange, but stay with me on this one. So in addition to the 10 frozen rolls, we're going to need a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, a 1/4 cup of melted butter, and a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. So this is how we do it. We're going to take our frozen roll. Now the process is a little messy, but that's okay. We're going to take it, we're going to dip it into the mayonnaise. Always dip it into the mayonnaise first. Okay. Then we're going to dip it into the melted butter, and we're only dipping the top half of the roll. And then we're going to dip it in to the Parmesan cheese. And then we place it into the slow cooker. And then you just repeat the process with the remaining 9 rolls. And I'm just going to line the outer edge of the slow cooker first. Okay, they're in the slow cooker, we're ready to go, and we just have 2 more things to do. We're going to sprinkle the top lightly with some garlic powder. And just depending on how much garlic you like, I just give it like a light, I probably use a total of a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon on top. And then we're going to sprinkle them with some dried parsley. So we've got our rolls in here ready to go, but I've got a trick to share with you. Now, if you've used your slow cooker before, you know that as the slow cooker cooks, condensation forms on the top of the lid. And that condensation can drip down into the rolls and make for soggy rolls. We don't want soggy rolls. So here's the trick. We're going to take a cotton tea towel, kitchen towel, or if you don't have that, you could use some paper towels. We're going to place it over the top of the slow cooker, and then we're going to put our lid on. The towel is going to collect all that condensation that forms, and we won't end up with soggy rolls. The last thing to do is turn it on high for 2 hours and let them bake. All right, it's been 2 hours and our rolls are ready. Take off the lid, take off our towel, and look how beautiful. All right, not only do they look beautiful, but they smell beautiful too. And now for the taste test. I guarantee no one's going to know you started with frozen rolls. Hey, thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. You can find the recipes for these garlic cheese rolls made in the crock pot in the description down below. And be sure and check out all my other videos here on YouTube by clicking over here. And as always, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel by clicking down below and turn on that little notification bell so that you'll be notified every time a new video drops here on YouTube.